I got my first interview in a tattoo magazine and quickly realized that it was a complete scam. Where am I? So this company reached out to me a couple months ago asking if I wanted to do an interview. I'm like, sure, why not? You know, that seems cool. I've never been in a magazine before, and I really didn't think anything of it. You know, they weren't asking me for payment to be in the magazine, so I've heard of that being a scam or something in the past. But no, they just wanted to interview me. You know, I go on their Instagram page and it seems like they have a pretty good following. They also have decent interaction on their posts. If you go on some tattooer's page and they have like 100,000 followers, but then they're only getting, 27 likes or something on their actual posts that they put up, or if their view count on their reels is super low, then it's like, okay, I can tell that, this is fake. You've bought all your followers here, but everything checked out and seemed legit with them, so I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. I do the interview, all goes well. They're like, cool, that was great. If you want to buy some of the magazine prints, here's the link to do so. I'm like, cool, I'll pre-order some of the magazines. Of course, I would want that as a keepsake or to have around the shop, give to family members, whatever. That sounds awesome. I ordered 10 magazines from them and pretty much forgot about it. Fast forward several months and I get a package at my door from the company. I'm like, oh cool, the magazines are here. And as soon as I opened it up, I noticed something very strange in that the entire magazine just consists of artist interviews. Like the entire magazine is just artist interviews, which is pretty uncommon for a tattoo magazine. Usually there's going to be different articles covering a range of different subjects, not just 130 tattoo artists all answering the exact same questions. So I'm like, that's weird. From there, I started actually paging through and checking out the interviews, and I realized, oh, some of the tattoo artists in here are like really, really new. I saw someone in there who had only been tattooing for a year. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, I get it, everyone's got to start somewhere, but should you be in a tattoo magazine at a year in, unless you're some prodigy? Probably not. Like, something is fishy here. So I'm like, let me do some digging. So I end up going back through all the correspondence I had with the tattoo magazine, coordinating the interview. I start reading through some of the fine print and I see it. It says, if you do not pre-order your magazines, your article will be moved to the next issue. So I'm like, oh, okay. Essentially, if you don't pay us, we're not printing shit. So to actually even be printed in the magazine, you have to pre-order a minimum of 10 magazines at $15 a piece. So you're essentially paying $150 minimum to be featured in this magazine. And that's not even to mention the marketing team that's constantly reaching out to you, trying to sell you a plaque version with, your page of the magazine mounted in a plaque with, your information on there for $200 a pop at minimum. I think like the premium package, whatever, was like $300, which is absolutely insane. I'm like, well, that's a bummer, but whatever, at least I'm in the magazine, and at the very least, surely it's going to get some distribution, it'll get some new eyes on my work. So I do some research. Sure enough, this magazine is not distributed anywhere. The only place that you can actually get this magazine is through tattooindustry.com. Who in 2023 is ordering magazines? It's so antiquated. I figured at the very least it would be distributed in food stores or, a magazine rack at the airport, anything. No, not at all. The only people who purchase the magazine are the artists who did interviews in the magazine. It's a complete scam. Like, I feel so dumb that it took me till I actually got the magazine in my hand to realize that I had just been taken for a ride. And then I was surprised to find that no one is talking about this at all. So I'm like, all right, at least I figured it out and I'm not sitting here all excited about, oh, look at the interview I got in this magazine. But I feel bad for the kids that, are getting interviews in this magazine and thinking like, oh my God, like this is my big break, I made it. And, that's absolutely not the case. No one is going to see this magazine. They have no distribution. I even looked up their headquarters that they have listed on their website. It's just some Staples in Arkansas. Staples in Arkansas. This magazine, they have 22 issues out at this point, each one featuring about 130 different tattoo artists. So whatever the math is on that, a lot of tattoo artists are being scammed into this. Essentially, they're just selling the clout you get from being able to take a picture of it and post it on your Instagram. Like, hey, I'm in a tattoo magazine. But it's just bullshit. It's absolute bullshit what they're selling. So you're just a leech on the tattoo industry at that point. It's clever. I don't know, they got me. And I thought I was smarter than that. So maybe I'm just a little bit salty to the point that I decided to sit down in front of a camera and talk about it. But I was just surprised that no one else was talking about this. So I figured it would be worth putting a video out to actually, call this out for what it is. It's a scam. It's absolute bullshit. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm actually curious to get some outside insight on this. I've talked to a couple of my tattoo buddies about it, and they felt similarly. But yeah, if you have a unique or differing opinion to mine, if you think I'm totally off base, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.